All right, America, you know what time it is. Uh, let's talk about it. So I found a fascinating article. Um, it was written by Asia Grace, Asia Grace, the New York Post. So the title of the article is Most Parents Fear They're Losing Precious Time While Fighting with Kids About Digital Addiction, a new study. So now this is basically about uh, the influence that social media, the internet, Wi-Fi, and all of that have on the kids. There's a study about this, and depression has been going on for years. They've been talking about how social media has taken away from the kids being able to stay focused and have social skills because everything is on computer or through text and all of that. They've been talking about this. But now they feel like it's at a point where the parents are now listening because the parents really didn't care. Like, I got mine. I got mine. Mine is not going to go through this. So, but now the parents are throwing their hands up. They're basically saying, you know what, I got it wrong, and I feel like that. I'm losing precious time with my kids. So that's what this is about, America. So my let's talk about it is, at what point do you allow discipline to take over and you not try to be your child's friend? Because, you know, you see what your future is going to look like. You can see it. But the way that America is now, you know, the kids have more of a say. They it's almost like the household has become a democracy now. And now they're throwing their hands up like it didn't work. So I'm going to dive into this with numbers. So I'm gonna read the story line by line. I'm gonna skip some parts, but so it starts out. Kids can't just say no to the high of Wi-Fi, the bewitching buzz of being online, be it via an iPad, cell phone, or computer, is like a narcotic to Gen Alpha kiddos. So this is a quote from the study group. From the study group, parents spend approximately 96 hours fighting with their kids over screen time every year. 96 hours a year. That's 8 hours a day. That's 8 hours a day. The, so, and then also says 2/3, 67% of parents fear they're losing precious moments with their children due to screen addiction, the analysts alerted. More frightening, the findings reveal that 41% of moms and dads are afraid they're losing their little ones. The little ones' childhood to technology completely. It's a new age panic plaguing parents of all ages. Investigators surveyed 2,000 adults from the 20 somethings of the Gen Z to baby boomers, age 61 and up, with kids in kindergarten through fifth grade, typically kids ranging between 5 and 12, right? This said across the generations, 61% of parents confessed to worrying that too much screen time is replacing important elements of childhood development, such as building strong social skills and empathy. Participants reported the concerning consequences of excessive screen time, including irritability, that was 27%, mood swings, 24%, and full on tantrums, 22%. Decreased attention span with offline activities such as homework, that was 19%, high level of anxiety, 14%, and trouble sleeping, another 14%, were too high on their list of tech induced issues. So I'm gonna stop it right there. Y'all see where this is going, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just So I agree with the whole parents are nowadays are trying to be their best friends. I actually had that in my parent life,
Mm-hmm.
but I also had the parent life of you're going to respect me. You're not going to like me, but you're going to respect me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but as far as like the whole tech thing, like me and Hobby grew up. As far as I mean, I know I did. I grew up having that outdoor life
Mm-hmm.
and having my separate life along with having my screen time. We had a perfect um, balance for
Mm-hmm.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Nowadays, it's like I said, it's easy for parents to give a kid a tablet or put them down in front of the TV and then just raise them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? It's a lot easier. Like, and
Right.
it's a lot cheaper because you ain't got to worry about a babysitter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It just it's just the way that technology have gotten to where parents make it easy to have it raise their
Mm-hmm.
kids.
It's not just parents though, because it's just the world we live in today. Like everything's moving towards technology. So
Mm-hmm.
technology, whether it's going to be their phones or whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
is going to be thrown in their face. Not just at school, or I mean, not just at home, but at school, at
Mm-hmm.
work,
Well,
um, and
yeah, but
in like in everyday life, they constantly are going to have a device in their hand.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but I think at home is when it gets to a point to where you can be like, okay, here and here, you're not going to use it at this time,
But
Right.
how often are you on your phone?
huh?
Right.
But at the
Good
same time, the
question.
parent.
That is a good question, but I'm not a parent though, so I
That's what I'm saying. But as
yeah,
the parent,
I
that's the
mean,
question
Right.
for
I
the
just
parent.
know
But don't
as
worry, it's going to dive into that too. It's got statistics for that too.
I
That's why I said
just
that's a good question.
I just think that it I don't know. It starts at home. Like I said, like I had a good screen time moment to where, and then my outside life, like it just I didn't have to get told to be go outside,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes I did. I'm better for it. So what up?
Mm-hmm.
What else you got?
And so let's flip it. Like you said, it starts at home. I'm glad you said that because that's where my next point is going. Because it says here, still approximately 6 out of 10, 60% of parent households permit their kids to surf the internet without supervision, according to the data. Without proper guidance, youngsters may fall prey to virtual predators, inappropriate content, cyberbullying, social media influence, and mental health damage. Technology is currently aligned against families instead of allied with families. This is the CEO of this. It's the foundation is called of Angel Q is the study group that's getting all this data. He's the CEO. He said our kids are losing years of their childhood, precious time they'll never get back to exploitative products that addict them. Technology should educate and empower, not distract and divide families, he added. He said, that starts with giving parents easier tools to manage screen time without daily struggle. And that makes sense. You know, equip the parents to be able to manage the internet and all of that. But now, like I said, it's 6% of the household let their kids go through the internet anyway. So that like you said, it starts with the home. Why are you not monitoring what your kids are watching on the internet? Right? Right?
Well, it
Because
yeah,
that's what it said. 60%. That's crazy. The age group is between 5 and 12.
it's it it does get hard to be able to. I mean, it's getting easier, I guess, nowadays to get monitor what people are watching, but like especially in your
The
family,
internet is the internet.
it I don't know. It starts like when I say it starts with a home, like it just I don't know, man. It's hard because, like I said, most people they're like you said, most people aren't teaching their kids.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're given a tablet and saying, "Here, entertain yourself,"
Right.
and they walk away.
But
Like
but
so,
remember what the point is. The numbers show that it's a problem.
Yeah, it's
So that's
definitely
why
a
I said,
problem.
so right. So that's what I'm saying.
It's a whole
So,
problem
so like you said,
because
so
people
what
ain't
did I
raising
say?
their kids.
Right. So it starts in the home. So now we trying to figure out, monitor what your kids watch on the internet, because we see that they get addicted to it.
Well, yeah,
You have to nip it in the bud early.
yeah, spend time.
So yeah,
I mean,
you have to care. You have to act like your kid is gonna be smart enough to find porn. Even if they between 5 and 12, your kid is gonna accidentally click on something and something is gonna pop up. And not only that, like I said, they're susceptible to online predators. You need to monitor that. There's no way around it. And so thank God that their kids didn't fall prey to that. But at the same time, it builds up, and now it's getting out of control because you're getting them iPads. And like you said, that's where the non-parent comes in. Oh, just take the iPad and go watch Disney Plus, right?
Yeah.
All right, so now, check this out. This is where it gets even more, the parents have to hold themselves accountable. The poll found that 65% of mothers and fathers give in to their whining children when they refuse to put down a digital device. They give it in. It's not even in them.
Yeah.
And it all started when you let them get on that internet. And then it says a staggering 28% of Gen Z parents, more than any other demographic, said that they often gave in.
Yeah, and that's the problem. They give in. Like, you got it. Like, at some point, this whole parent friend thing has got to go, because kids are going to have friends throughout their whole lives.
Mm-hmm.
They only get one parent. They only get one set of parents or one parent. You know what I mean? So it's your responsibility to give them the tools to live and navigate through the world.
Right.
They can't do that if they're stuck on the screen.
Right.
I mean, yeah, they're learning it from getting views from other
that might not line up with what your views are.
So, I mean, at some point, it's your responsibility to teach them that. But it's just, I mean, it's just parents don't want to take the time. It's like I said, it's a whole lot easier just to give them a tablet and like, here,
right,
entertain yourself. I mean, but I think as a parent, because I mean, right now we're fighting to be parents.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
So I want to be able to give that. I personally want to be able to give that kid the best life. You know what I mean? Teach them what I wasn't taught.
Mm-hmm.
But it's different from people that's just able to have kids. They're just like, here.
Right.
I think so. Right. It's a lot. It's a little personal coming from me.
Right. I feel that. That's crazy though.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's the thing. That's the let's talk about it part that I'm speaking on is the discipline. The discipline. Now the data is out there. It's out there. It's a problem. It's a problem. So you know what? You have to figure out a way to not give in to the tantrums and the whining, and do your job. As D-Lo said, be a parent. Be a parent. Be a parent.
And monitor how much you're on there, because if your kid sees that you on your phone, they're gonna want to be on their phone.
Yeah,
or on the phone.
Right.
If you're watching TV constantly, but you want your kid to be outside, go outside with them.
Yeah.
Right.
Show them what you want them to do, and that you do it too, and then they'll want to do what you do. And if you're outside all the time, they'll want to be outside all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
and so, yeah, how do you discipline? You know, when do you give in to that? When do you give in to that? Because, and my point about saying that the data is now out there, because I saw this coming. I saw it coming. When they started giving 8-9-year-olds iPads and just letting them go play on, watch Disney here, just go over there and watch that, and and they started figuring it out. They could just, and the parents wouldn't care. Oh, Oh yeah, he just give it to him. He knows the password. And then he's going on watching. He's pulling up the Disney Channel now. He's able to start the video. So what makes you think he's not going to figure out how to maneuver to get to other websites? You know, and I saw this as a problem when they started giving 8, 9-year-old cell phones. I said,
See, honestly,
wait a minute, hold on. We gave up our throne, and it became a democracy. I'm from an era that this is not a democracy. It's just not.
Yeah.
It's just not.
you're gonna do what I say.
You're gonna give me that damn iPad and take your ass to bed.
Right.
You know, I'm not going to go back and forth with you. You know, what is there in my world? There was nothing to give in to. What point are you letting your child get to that to allow you to say, you know what, you win, here, take it?
Yeah.
Is there a tug of war? What
Right.
what could the child
Right.
possibly be doing that you can't say, you know, give me that, I'm gonna chop you in your damn throat.
And then it's the
I'm gonna
screaming,
pop you in your
and crying,
mouth.
and tantrums. They're trying to avoid conflict. They're trying to keep the kid mellow. They're trying to keep the kid from spiking. They're trying to keep the kid withdrawn.
That they think if they're their best friend, they want to tell them stuff.
But they created that
You know.
with him. They
Yeah.
created that. And that's why I say you have to reverse that decision to just say, you know what, I need to. He's different. Let me go on, let him have it. He's not giving in, and so I don't want to see him erupt.
Yeah.
It's going to just ruin the whole house. Here,
Yeah.
take it. I get it. I get it. But at some point, he's got to know that if you throw a tantrum, there are consequences you are going to have to pay that are so dire, you're going to shut the hell up the minute it starts happening. The minute I laid this on you, you're going to regret ever starting that tantrum.
Now go out there and get that switch off that tree.
Yeah. You got to have them consequences and make them know.
Hey, I had to go get my own Switch. I'm just saying,
and
like,
that's the whole thing, and so that's what I'm saying. Like you say,
Alright.
the friendship thing. Nah, I don't. Nah, I want, like I said, you want to give them a life that you didn't have, and it's a dog eat dog world out there. It's a dog eat dog world, and so no, I'm not going to make everything okay because they are not going to make it okay for you out there. They just not.
Right.
And if you go in there and act like that you're gonna pout and get your way and not play their game, you got life. You got life messed up. And I'm not
Facts.
no, I'm gonna prepare you for what's really out there.
Facts.
And so America, think about that. With this now the data is out there. The data is out there. Protect your kids from Wi-Fi. It was just about social media. I mean, you can go online and talk and see the suicide rate among teens and the cyberbullying and all of that. It's out there. But now not only are you losing your child, now it's wrecking your household. They're not even unalive, and you feel like you're losing them. It's out there now. Think about it. And I'm out.